Look around. The price of everything keeps rising, yet paychecks stay the same. Gas goes up, groceries go up, rent goes up, and many of us feel like we're running in place. Have you ever wondered, why am I working harder but never getting ahead? You get paid on Friday, and by Monday it's gone. That is not freedom, my friend, that is bondage. Listen, money was never meant to be your master. Money is a servant, a tool, but if you don't learn to rule it, it will rule you. Most of us were trained to chase a salary, not to build wealth. We were told, get a good job, get a raise, and you'll be secure. But the moment the job stops, the life stops. That's not stability, that's slavery. Let me give you a picture from Scripture. In Deuteronomy 8:18, God says, I give you the power to get wealth. Notice He never said, I give you a paycheck. He gives you power, ideas, opportunities, the ability to create. The paycheck is only one small stream, never the ocean. Maybe you grew up like I did, hearing we can't afford that every time you wanted something. Those words sink deep. They train you to believe money controls you instead of you controlling money. But tonight, that mindset can break. I want you to imagine something with me. Picture your life 1 year from now, no longer checking the bank app with anxiety, no longer living for the next Friday deposit. Instead, money flows in from more than one direction, and you decide where it goes. You give freely, you invest wisely, you sleep without fear of bills. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when you stop chasing paychecks and start building freedom. And that's why we're here, because God doesn't just want you to survive, He wants you to have dominion. He wants you to steward resources so you can fund your purpose, feed nations, change generations. So tonight we're going to walk through 7 kingdom principles that can move you from paycheck slavery to true freedom. 7 doors, 7 keys. If you will walk through them, your relationship with money will never be the same. I'm asking you to lean in, take notes, let the Spirit speak, because what you're about to hear could break a cycle that has held your family for decades. This is bigger than budgets, bigger than raises. This is about destiny. Let's begin. Number 1, mindset before money. Listen. Before a single dollar shows up, wealth starts in the mind. If you believe I'm just bad with money, you'll live it out. The first battle isn't in your wallet, it's in your thoughts. Remember Gideon hiding in the winepress? God called him mighty warrior while he still felt weak. Heaven speaks to potential, not current condition. You must see yourself the way God sees you. Practical shift. Stop saying, I can't afford it. Say, how can I create it? Romans 12:2 tells us, be transformed by renewing your mind. Transformation starts with language. I coached a young man who began calling himself an investor long before buying a single stock. Within a year, he was investing every paycheck. Your belief shapes behavior, and behavior shapes your balance. Number 2, track every dollar. Now let's talk about number 2. You can't manage what you refuse to measure. Every dollar is a soldier. If you don't give it orders, it will fight for someone else. Proverbs 27:23 says, be diligent to know the state of your flocks. Back then, wealth was sheep. Today, it's income and expenses. Same principle. A single mom I know wrote down every expense for 30 days and found $200 a month leaking away on tiny subscriptions. She redirected it to debt and wiped out 2 credit cards in a year. Write it, app it, doesn't matter. Counting brings control and authority follows awareness. Number 3, kill the debt trap. Listen carefully. Debt is the silent tax on your future. It promises convenience but demands bondage. Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is slave to the lender. That isn't poetry, that's an economic law. I watched a young couple attack $60,000 of debt. They sold a car they loved, worked side gigs, and paid it off in 2 years. Every dollar of interest they stopped paying became a seed for their future. Credit cards, payday loans, car notes that own you. These are chains. Interest compounds against you the same way investments compound for you. Choose which side you're on. Attack debt with a plan. Highest rate first or smallest balance first. Just attack. Freedom tastes sweeter than any new gadget. Let's move on to number 4. Create multiple streams of income. This is where freedom multiplies. Genesis 2 says a river flowed out of Eden and separated into 4 heads. God built multiple streams into creation itself. Why would He want you to depend on only one? One paycheck is too close to none. If that job ends, so does everything. Start with what's in your hand. Moses had a staff. David had a sling. You have skills. Use them. I know a school teacher who began tutoring online at night. Later, she turned her lesson plans into digital downloads. While she sleeps, money flows. This isn't about hustle for hustle's sake. It's about systems that work when you're not working. Pause and ask yourself, If my job disappeared tonight, what income would still arrive next month? If the answer is zero, start building today. Here's number 5. Invest like an owner. Consumers buy things that lose value. Owners buy assets that grow. The parable of the talents is clear. The master rewarded the servants who multiplied, not the one who buried. Instead of buying every new phone, buy shares in the company that sells the phone. Instead of only renting, consider property or index funds. This isn't gambling, it's stewardship. Money left idle loses power. Money planted grows. I know a woman who began with just $25 a week in a simple index fund. 10 years later, she had more than she ever imagined, not because of luck, but because of time and consistency. Invest with wisdom, diversify, and give it time. Farmers don't dig up seeds every week to check them. They plant and wait. Number 6, protect through discipline. Listen, wealth isn't built in leaps but in habits. It's not the one-time bonus or the lottery ticket. It's the quiet daily choices no one claps for. Think of Noah. He built an ark before the first drop of rain. Everyone around him laughed, but preparation saved a generation. Financial discipline is your ark. Discipline means budgeting even when you could wing it. It's telling every dollar where to go before the month begins, so you never wonder where it went. It's saving when it would feel better to spend. Joseph stored grain during the 7 good years, and because of that, Egypt survived the famine. Good times are when you prepare for lean times. It's protecting what you build. That means insurance, an emergency fund, and a plan for unexpected storms. One medical bill, one job loss. Without discipline, everything collapses. I know a young couple who set up automatic savings the day they married. Every paycheck, 10% went straight to a separate account they never touched. 5 years later, when the husband faced sudden layoffs, they lived for a full year stress-free because discipline had been working quietly in the background. Discipline also guards your heart. It keeps you from comparison, from the need to prove your worth by what you own. It whispers your value isn't in your car, it's in your calling. Remember, storms are not optional. Preparation is. Choose the discipline now so when the rain comes, and it will, you're not scrambling for an umbrella. Finally, number 7. The highest reason to be financially stable is purpose. Abraham was blessed to be a blessing. God doesn't prosper you just for bigger toys. He prospers you to fund vision. When you're stable, you can obey instantly, give, build, serve without hesitation. Money without mission is empty. Purpose turns dollars into impact. The ultimate freedom isn't buying anything you want, it's saying yes to God the moment He speaks. So, will you keep chasing a paycheck or start building freedom? Will you let another year slip by waiting for a raise that barely keeps up with rent? Or will you decide that tonight is the night you take authority over your money? If you renew your mind, if you start tracking every dollar with purpose, if you crush the debt that's been eating your peace, if you build new streams of income, little by little, faithfully, if you invest with wisdom and patience, if you stay disciplined when the world tells you to spend, and if you anchor it all in God's purpose, you will break the paycheck chain. Remember, freedom isn't a dream, it's a decision. It's not about how much you earn today, it's about the choices you make every single day. Decide tonight, and then decide again tomorrow morning and the next day to live as a steward, not a slave. Lift your eyes and picture it. The stress gone, the bills paid on time, the ability to give when God whispers, help them, the joy of knowing your work funds your calling, not just your survival. That is the life your Father desires for you. So surrender it all, every plan, every paycheck, back to Him. Watch what happens when the Creator of heaven and earth multiplies what you place in His hands. Freedom is waiting, and tonight is the night you begin to walk in it.